Yo, 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 yo. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video, I'll be honest, this is just a totally random video that I decided to make, okay? I've recently moved back into Bangkok, got my own apartment, and I thought I should just be honest and tell you guys how much trading can change your life if you actually just work hard at it, okay? And this is just gonna be a quick video on this channel explaining to you my journey, my process, and how I've become the person I am today, okay? Making thousands of dollars from trading, from pressing buttons on my laptop or my phone, and how much it's actually changed my life, because it has. It's absolutely insane, and I'm making this video to motivate you guys on this channel and understand that you can do this as well, right? If I just show you a quick little tour of my apartment, okay? You guys can see over here, new apartment vibes. Let's go out in Bangkok, got the crazy views. Amazing life, man. It's an amazing life to be living at just 21 years old. And I've been out here actually for almost over 2 years now, okay? And it's just because of the freedom of trading. And it really can change your life. So, guys, first things first. Trading is going to be very, very tricky. You're going to want to quit, but you need to keep on going. Okay, and I know you hear this all the time, but seriously, there's a reason why the statistic of people passing funded accounts and getting profitable is so low. And it's not what you think. It's not because trading is an extremely difficult thing to learn. It's simply because people quit. People don't understand how long it takes to become a trader, and they quit too soon, which just makes the statistic of failure so high. But I can guarantee you guys, if you just keep on going, then your chances of becoming successful is so much higher. But just don't be that person to quit. So before I even get into, the whole journey of me and how I got to this position, if you are learning how to trade right now and you may be struggling, or you've been at it for a few months or even a few years, just don't quit. Like, if you quit, okay, you're never gonna ever see success. Very, very simply put, the only people who see success in anything are the people who are persistent and believe in themselves and just never quit, right? Because if you quit, then what's the point of all of this? What's the point of learning? What's the point of doing everything that you've done to get into this position right now, right? You've just wasted all your time. So you can never quit trading. Once you've started and you've seen that first $1,000 floating on your account, or that first payout, right? I remember for me, that first payout that I made back in, when was it? I think it was June 2024 or June 2023. One of them, in my first year of university, basically, I got my first payout. And from that moment on, I was like, yeah, this is it, right? And since then, I've just been getting payout after payout. I got a 2.7K payout yesterday. I'll show you guys actually right now. Bear with me a second. But yeah, it's just crazy. Like, trading is actually, it's not a money glitch, but like, you guys can see there, 2.7K. It really does make you realize money is everywhere. Like, the ability to just wake up, press a button, make money is something that you all need to experience, okay? And that's why I'm making this video. This is just gonna be a bit of motivation to understand my journey and hopefully motivate someone to keep on going, because I know that trading is very, very tricky, and I know that a lot of people do wanna quit, which is why I'm making this video, okay? So, a bit about me, all right? In case you don't already know, I was at university about 3 years ago, studying to become an accountant. And while doing so, I basically realized I absolutely hated what I was doing. I did not enjoy it. I did not want to be an accountant. And I was kind of just there because of pressure from friends and family. And they just kind of forced me to go, I'll be honest, right? I didn't really know what else to do as well. So it's not just down to them, but it's also down to me as well, which is totally fair, right? Everyone goes to university, and people who go to university a lot of the time don't actually know if it's the right thing for them. And when I went there, I realized, yeah, this is not the right thing for me. So after that point, I had to find a way to basically drop out of university, right? And from that moment onwards, I tried dropshipping, I tried reselling shoes, which I've actually been doing since I was 13, by the way. Like, I remember back in, primary school, I would actually be reselling shoes, or secondary school, sorry. Whatever I was when I was in whenever I was 13. You guys get the point. But since 13 or 14, I was reselling shoes, right? And then I got to university. I tried the same thing again, but it just didn't work. But once I found out about trading and I really started to understand that it actually is possible because my mentor was making loads of money from it, and I knew people at the time who were also making money from trading, that's when I gave 100% of my effort into trading. And that's when I started to see really, really good success eventually, right? And then I was able to drop out of university, and then I was able to travel to Thailand and all of these places I've been to in the last 2 years, okay? But it came from really, really hard work, and it was not easy at all. The journey of becoming a trader for me was hands down just depression, right? It was depression and hard work and no fun at all for at least a year of my life, because I was just working hard every single day in university in my first year while everyone else was out having fun. I was just there working, literally every day, every hour, backtesting, journaling, missing lectures, not going to parties, not going on dates with hot girls at uni in my first year, and not seeing my friends at all, not going to any things that they arranged, any parties, literally nothing. I was just there working, right? And eventually it paid off. But the actual journey of becoming a trader, and the reason I'm making this video specifically, is to explain to you that it's not meant to be easy. If it was meant to be easy, and if it wasn't meant to be hard, then everyone would be successful, right? But there is a reason why people quit, and it's because it's so hard. But if you want to be successful, you need to understand that it is part of the process. Nothing good in life comes easy. And if you're watching this video thinking that trading is meant to be easy, you need to just come off the video, because that's just not the reality of it, right? And it's not the reality of life in general or any business that you decide to start. I've got 2 current businesses that I run other than just my trading, and all of those were hard to begin, right? Nothing came easy. Social media didn't come easy. Nothing comes easy, right? So to think that trading is going to be easy is just silly to expect. And also adding on from this, right? University. You spend 3 years at university to get a degree. You're spending 3 years to learn a skill, and that skill is going to make you money after you've learned that skill. So why would trading be any different? Trading is exactly the same. Sometimes it might take you less than 3 years, of course, right? In my case, it took me about a year. But if you were going to learn anything in university, it's going to take a long time. So the same thing should apply for trading. Don't think that just because it's something online, it should be easy, because that's not the case. You still need to learn, you still need to backtest, you still need to journal, you still need to go through the process of failure and controlling your emotions to get to a good position. So it's not easy. But if you are really ready to take it seriously, this is what I'd recommend you do, okay? This is going to be sort of my blueprint to profitability, right? I would say the first couple of weeks, in fact, the first couple of weeks, what you want to do is you simply just want to basically just get into good habits. Get rid of bad habits, control your discipline, control your emotions, and really start to understand the things that are holding you back and stopping you from fulfilling your true potential in your personal life. For example, if you're smoking weed, if you're drinking, if you're going clubbing and partying, and if you're spending too much time with girls, if you're not focused, if you're not going to the gym, if you don't have a good routine, right? If you're just waking up late, control those things first, and that's the first step. Forget the strategy, forget learning, forget all of this stuff, because if you can't do that, then trust me, trading will be impossible for you. And that's a step that most people don't even focus on. Most people don't even do that thing first. Then they try and learn how to trade, but they're not disciplined in their own life. How would you expect to be disciplined on the charts when you've got all of that pressure? You've got those thousands of dollars floating in a loss on your phone. You're never going to be able to control that, right? You're never going to understand how to truly become a trader if you haven't mastered discipline in your own life first. So that's step number 1. Step number 2, okay, will be to then learn a strategy. I've got my own community and I teach people inside of there, which if you are interested in joining, the link is in the description. And you can just learn a strategy. And by the way, I'd say learn one strategy, by the way. Literally just learn from one person, nothing else. But learn that strategy, learn for at least 1 or 2 months of making detailed notes, going onto the charts, refining your data, understanding what is being taught to you, looking for examples on TradingView, for example, of supply zones, demand zones, liquidity, understanding change of characters, understanding how the charts actually move, higher time frame, lower time frame, understanding everything and just making notes and really getting to grips with just the strategy as a whole. Do that for about 1 or 2 months, right? And I don't mean backtesting. I don't mean going on a demo account. I just mean literally making notes on what you've been taught in the course or wherever you decide to learn. If that's YouTube, fair enough. Whatever you decide to do, just make loads of notes for 1 or 2 months and do not demo test, do not back test. Literally just make notes, okay? Then, once you're done with that, this is what you need to do. You need to start backtesting the strategy. Once you've actually understood it, go into the charts and start backtesting, okay? And I'm gonna probably leave a free backtesting template in the description in case you want that as well. And also I've got a free ebook, which I'll leave as well in the description also, so you guys can check that out too. But basically, start backtesting, okay? And I would say you wanna backtest like 2 years worth of data. Backtest for a very long time the strategy that you're learning and no other strategy. Literally just backtest one strategy for like 1 year of data, maybe 2 if you're trying to really take it seriously, right? You're gonna have hundreds of examples to go through, and once you get the reps in, then when it goes to actually taking a trade on a demo account, you've now got the experience from your backtesting because you've taken it slow, because you've done the reps, because you've actually understood the strategy and not rushed the process. When it goes to the demo trading, you're going to see instant success on that demo account, right? Or at least you're going to see very good success. A lot more success than you would have seen if you rushed the process and went straight to a demo account, okay? And I'm saying this from experience because I know people who I personally have worked with who tried to learn how to trade in the past, but they've basically just gone from learning a strategy, rushing it, watching videos for like a few days, and then going straight to a demo account without doing the entire process before of discipline, right? Building your habits up and getting rid of bad habits, then the backtesting, then the demo trading, right? They haven't done any of that. They've just gone from A to Z, it feels like, straight away. And that's not what you want to do. So take it slow. And once you've done the backtesting, then the demo testing for, I would say, at least 2 months, 3 months, even 4 months of just purely demo testing, then you can go for a small funded account, okay? A 10K or maybe a 25K or a 50K, something small. Because if you go for something big, your emotions will be all over the place, right? You're not gonna know what you're doing. And as a result of this, you're just gonna be all over the place, right? You wanna go for something small where you don't care about losing that account so that you can actually focus on correct risk management. So do that, right? Focus on that. Focus on the small wins. And even if you pass the 10K and get a payout, sure, it's not going to be the most crazy payout in the world. You might make, let's say 1% on a 10K account is what, $100, right? Realistically, is nothing to scream about. Nobody cares. But it's proof of concept. It shows you that you actually know what you're doing here. And if you can pass that 10K and get a payout, bro, you can do the exact same thing on a 100K account as well, right? The skill set is the same. And because of the proof of concept, because you know you've done it, when you now go for that 100K account later down the line, after you've passed that smaller account, you're going to be so much more confident and your chances of passing that account is way higher because you've done the reps of backtesting, because you've done the demo testing, and because you've now passed that smaller account, okay? So, like I was saying, once you've passed that account and you're now profitable on that account, that is when you can go for a bigger account, okay? And that is the process that I would recommend for anyone who is looking to get into trading. So that's what I did. That is the process that I went through. I basically started trading at university in November 2023, I believe it was, okay? So that's like 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. Or was it November 2022? To be honest, I can't really remember, right? But whatever I was doing in first year of university, when I was in first year of university, that's when I started trading, basically, okay? And I spent, I would say, like 8 months of just purely learning and practicing. And then I think it was maybe on my 8th or 9th month that I passed my first account. Then I dropped out of first year. Then I actually worked a job for a little bit because my trading wasn't going that well, so I wanted a job just for a bit of extra income. Then from that point, within the time I was working at the job after dropping out of university, I got to 500k funding, right? So that just shows you how quick your life can change. From university and having no experience trading to 1 year later, 500k funding, that's kind of the process I went through, right? And it all happened, it feels like that. Like I literally just went from maybe a 10k funded account to then 500k funding in like 2 months. It was insane, right? And that's just because I went through the entire process and I took it really slow. And then all of a sudden, it feels like it happened at once. But realistically, it wasn't all of a sudden. It was from all of the time I spent learning and backtesting and demo testing before, while I was in my first year of university, okay? So the entire process is gonna take a long time, but if you can stick through it and not rush it, then you're definitely gonna see success a lot quicker than someone who tries to rush it, okay? So yeah, I would say take it slow, understand that this is a long-term game. This is not gonna be easy, it's not gonna be quick, but if you can take it slow, then you will eventually see success, right? I really do believe that if everyone does what I just said there, those kind of 4 or 5 steps, you will eventually see success. Now, it might take you longer than me. It might take you maybe 2 or 3 years. I've got a friend who lives out here in Thailand with me. He's actually been trading now for in total 5 years, and he's been profitable for about 2 or 3 of those years. So it took him maybe 2 or 3 years to actually see success, but he didn't quit, and that's why he is where he is today. So if you quit, you know, you're never going to make it, but if you don't quit, you will eventually make it. Who knows how long it will take, but you will eventually make it as long as you don't quit, because trading is not actually that hard. People think trading is impossible, but it's really not. Like, the strategy is actually quite simple, at least my strategy. It's a very simple strategy, but it's effective. And once you've got a clear plan, which is also another super important thing to do, which I didn't really mention, but have a clear plan. Have a set of systems and a few different confluences that you look for every single day, and that is all you look for. You look for maybe 4 or 5 things on the charts, and if you don't see it, you just come off the charts. That's what I would do. And having a clear plan is what really helped me to become successful quite quick, is because I knew what I was looking for every day. I'd go on the charts, I'd open my laptop, if I don't see it, I close my laptop and I do something else, right? Because I follow the plan strictly every single day. No other strategies influence me. No other traders on social media influence me. I literally focus on what I want to see on the days that I trade, which is Tuesday to Thursday, because I only trade Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and that's it. I focus on those 3 days of the week. I focus on one strategy, and over the last 3 weeks, I've had a 100% win rate because of that, right? Which, by the way, there's proof of on my social media. I've actually got a video, I think, on this channel or my main channel breaking down how I've done that, right? So watch that after. I'll probably link it somewhere at the end of the video. But that's what I would do. Okay, so this has been a bit of a random video, I'll be honest. I was just kind of here doing some work on my laptop, and I thought, you know what? Let's just give you guys some wisdom. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe, and good luck on your trading journey, okay? So yeah, wish you guys the best. I'll see you on the next one.